All right, here we are. Conference Showcase. Just arrived. My 8th graders played at Cleveland tonight. Bulldogs coming in 3-15 on the season. Alden Conger 4-14. I'm a little out of breath. Please forgive me. All right. Your starters first for the Alden Conger Knights. Number 3, Michael Thorson. Number 5, Caleb Bendixson. 13, Jordan Hallman. 15, Dylan Leune. 51, Jacob Wallen. For the Bulldogs, Josh Janicki, Jeremiah Sack, Brandon Sack, Andrew King, and Samuel Eustace getting the start. The first home start for Eustace.
Starting first, at guard, 5'11" junior, number 1, at guard, 5'11" senior, number 2, Jeremy. At guard, 5'9" senior, number 10, Brandon. At forward, 6'3" junior, number 12, Andrew. And at guard, 6'1" sophomore, number 22, Sam Eustace. The Bulldogs are coached by safety by Ted Hammond, assisted by George Wilson.
All right. Once again, this is the Valley Conference Showcase. Knights coming in 4-14 on the season. JWP 3-15, although I believe one of those 3 victories is over Alden Conger, so we'll see how it goes here. I was kind of surprised that the Bulldogs had a home game, and it's tipped to the Bulldogs. Oh, no. Ducked it and stolen away, and it's the left-handed layup. Oh, no, it doesn't fall in, but he grabs his own board, puts it back up, doesn't get it. Eustace the board. Now we're having some technical issues. One moment, folks. There we go. The clock, there we go. We got the clock going finally. I'm going to let it run at 17:34 in the first half. Once again, we're a little discombobulated. I just got off the bus not that long ago. We were in Cleveland tonight. It was our last game of the season. We won 36-31, so good way to end the year. The hook is off. Janicki heading the other way is King. Oh, and King a little too hard off the glass. It goes to the Knights. Ooh, that's going to be a reach foul. That was pretty obvious. The foul is going to be on Jeremiah Sack. It was a big reach. And when you can see it from all the way up here at the booth, then you know the refs are going to call it as well. A little under 17 minutes to go, first half. That's Leon with the ball. They leave him alone. Out to Bendixson. Oh, for 3. And that's off. That was Hallman. And Janicki heading the other way for the Bulldogs. Over to Sack. Now it's to Janicki. Jeremiah Sack, nice fake. He gets the 2. No call. First points of the game, nearly 2 minutes into it. Ooh, hard dribble there by Thorson. Out to Ben Dixon. Over to Lee, and they're calling for the shot. Not going to get it. Thorson, spin move, the floater shot. It's off. Rebound Wallen. What service? All right. Thorson out to Ben, down low, and it's I think we've been blocked by King there, fighting for positioning. It's off. The reason I said good service, Mr. Jeff Adams just came with a cheeseburger and a Gatorade. He knows I love the hamburgers here. They're great. Check them out. The concessions, next chance to get. Thorson out to Wallen. Wallen the big dive for it. Girls team not in action. That's why they're in the front row. Stolen? No, not stolen away. I thought it was, there's going to be a jump for it. It's going to stay with the Knights. Gets it into Leon. To Hallman. Hallman. Oh, nice. That was a nice baseline drive there by Hallman, and he puts it in for two, ties this one up. Sack. Equally as nice, but the finish wasn't. Rebound Wallen. Heading the other way are the Knights of Alden Conger. That's Thorson. Right in front of us. Over to Ben Dixon in the corner. Sack providing the defense. Hallman. Blocked. Oh, no. Some people yelling all ball, but the foul is called. And Hallman will head to the line for two. That is the second team foul by the Bulldogs and the first on King. So Hallman at the line. Free throw up, free throw in. That gives the Knights the 1 point advantage early in the first half. Second free throw is in as well. 4-2 the score. Action faster than we can call it. Over to King. Fakes. Over to Jeremiah Sack. Fakes. Janicki. Janicki for three. Nothing but net for Janicki. And just like that, it's the Bulldogs with a 1 point lead. Down court pass. Attempted steal, but Ben Dixon had it. And the Alden Conger Knights are going to recompose themselves and decompress. And it's Leon calling the shots. Looks like man defense being used by the Bulldogs. Three-pointer, it's off. Janicki the board. Over to Eustace. Back to Janicki. To Jeremiah Sack. Back to Janicki. He just hit a three-pointer from almost that exact spot. Sack to Sack. Jeremiah Sack, the drive. Oh, he saw the opening and he didn't hesitate. He went right in over the outstretched arms of Wallen. Wallen, the 6'4" senior. He looks a lot taller than 6'4", though. Maybe he's grown. And what's the call? Foul on the floor. Foul is on. It's on King. That's his second, team third. And he gets some redirecting from Coach Joyce. Connor Morton is now listed as the other assistant coach on the squad with Joyce. Eustace will inbound. Over to Sack. The floater, it's long. Eustace fighting for it, but Janicki, well, he floats it over the hoop, or over the rim, and then somehow, after they batted it around enough, what's the call? Timeout. All right, and we're back. if I seem a little more frantic at the booth than normal, I don't know how, there's a fly at our booth. I don't know how it has survived this long into the winter, but we have a fly at the booth. And Mr. Adams brought over a cheeseburger, and that fly wants a piece of it. I just know that by looking at the fly. So if I seem to be a little more off than I usually am, I guess we should say, it's because of the fly. We'll keep you in the know about the fly as the game moves on. 9-4 to the score right now. Fly 1, Emory 0 at the booth. Oh, nice tip back there by Hallman. It's kind of a pickup game you play where there's a game called 21 where if you get a tip in, you can bring your guys' points down to 0 or 13, and that's kind of what that reminded me of if you've ever played the game 21 outside at the playground. Nice by Sack. Calls at the other end. Oh, and Hallman almost slipped there. Over to Thorson. To Leon. Many subs coming in for the Bulldogs. Looks like it's going to be a fresh 5. Let's see, we got, it must be Claybaugh is listed as number 42 in our program, but he's number 43. I hope that doesn't cause a technical foul later. We'll see. And we got Corbin Burley out there, Fiesel's out there, Walker Miller, and Carter Quast. And that was a 3 by the Knights, cutting the deficit to 2. And that's Burley down to Quast. Nice pass to Miller. Blocked by Wallen. There's a scrum for it. And somehow the Knights come away with it. And that's Ryan Hansen, the 5'6" freshman. Boy, he looks like a freshman. Looks younger than a freshman, to be honest with you. But here's a reason he's out there. There's a reason he's getting minutes. Wallen, that's out. It's off the back iron. Ben Dixon gets the board over to Wallen. And that's number 45. That's Gavin Steele. Walker Miller coming away with it. Burley thought about it. He shoots. Whoa, it's off. Quast chases it down over to Fiesel. Back up to Miller, and they'll set it up. Back to Fiesel. Oh, fancy. That was a no-look behind the back pass by Burley down to Quast. He had to know right where Quast was. And Quast, for his credit, puts it in for 2. I'd like to thank that gentleman for walking right in front of our shot. And that's Ryan Hansen, the ball. He's the 5'6" freshman, number 1. It's off. Claybaugh the rebound. Miller wide open. He'll fire it away. High arching shot. Nothing but net. It was a beautiful looking 3-pointer there. They don't get any prettier than that, folks. Ben Dixon, Hansen feeling the pressure. Ben Dixon saves it. Fiesel, it gets it. Nice effort play. And Miller puts it in for 2, and it's 18-9, our score. And the momentum is picking up for the Bulldogs with each possession. Hallman. And rebound Fiesel. Nice pass to Miller. Nice put in. Wow. Great passing by the Bulldogs. And it's a timeout once again for the Knights. And we will go to our local sponsor. .45 to go, first half. We're back. Long pass. Janicki runs it down. And that's not what Coach Bob Hansen had in mind, I don't think. I'm just guessing that Ryan Hansen is related to Bob Hansen. Normally a coach's kid does quite well. Down low, Hansen, he'll pull that up. It's off, wasn't a bad look. Oh, no way, no way! Oh my, Jeremiah Sack with a wonderful looking layup. I didn't think that one had a chance, but he intertwined himself between two people and just put it in. Gonna be a foul on Janicki. Oh, and it's going to be a reach by Sack. Ooh. Coach Bob Hansen, furious. Just absolutely furious. You can hear the screams anywhere in the building. And he's still yelling. You know, at 4-14 season, I mean, he's seen a lot. You know, there's been some tough times. And that's Ryan Hansen, the young Hansen. We're not talking about that band that was popular about 20 years ago. They were terrible. Over to Ryan Hansen. Gavin Steele the ball. Steele's got some size, then the 6'3" sophomore. Stolen away by Eustace. Some were calling for the dunk, but, you know, I don't know if Eustace can dunk. I don't know. And heading the other way, that's Hansen. Oh, and foul, and it's going to be a foul on the Knights. And this one's at risk of getting out of hand here pretty soon. And Jordan Hallman coming in for Gavin Steele. And there's Eustace. That's Sam Eustace. 1-3-1 defense being called for by Alden Conger. Wow, three-pointer. The 1-3-1 zone was being used by Alden Conger, and the Bulldogs, to their credit, were very patient. Ryan Hansen behind the back dribble. Over to Leon. Leon's setting it up now. Looks like it's been, he bumps his way to the hoop, puts it in, and now the Alden Conger Knights are in double digits. Blocked by Hallman. Might have been blocked again, but King puts it up and in for two. Oh, I thought that was going to be a reach by King. It wasn't. Leon to Hansen. Thorson to Hansen. Hansen the drive. Hands it off to Leon. Leon the drive, and there's going to be a body foul by King. And, of course, he does not agree. 1-1 now. It's bonus town for the Knights the rest of the way in this first half. And it's going to go back to the Bulldogs. 5:50 to go. First half. That's Jeremiah Sack. Cross center court, across the logo to Janicki. And the floater shot by Eustace. grazes the net, and it's Hallman heading the other way. And it tipped out by Jeremiah Sack. It'll stay with the Knights. Stolen away by Sack. Boy, he's fast. Oh, and one, certainly. Drew the foul. Heading to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play. Yeah, and we are winning. And you know what? Ashley Johnson and I, who does the camera, we've sat through a lot of these where we haven't been winning, both boys and girls. So it's nice to be on the winning side of one for once. And Janicki on the ground. I hope he's okay. Hansen, it's off. Try to follow it up. Hansen hits the deck. Eustace, bounce pass. Sack, the nice fake. Rebound, Leon. Oh, it's off Hansen's face, but he recovers. Hansen behind the back dribble. Gives it to Leon. Posting up is... Oh, big board there by Wallen. He's the biggest guy on the court without question. And gets it over to Sack there, and that's Eustace in the corner. For three, it's off. Heading the other way. Wallen the inbound gets it into that's Leon. Back to Hallman. Thorsten to Leon. Hansen for three. Whoa, and big board by Wallen. Leon to Hansen. Over to Hallman. Hallman for two. Nice, as they say, kiss off the glass. And it's good. Who's that guy? Billy Packer? Is he the guy who says that? Vern Lundquist, maybe? But three-pointer by Fiesel. And that ups the lead to 20 points, 35-15. Lee in the drive. Not a lot of defense there, and he'll put it right up and in. And Burley for three. Oh, goodness sakes, is anyone going to play defense? Timeout call. And we're back. And heading the other way. Oh, that was nice. Nice by Hallman. You know, that Hallman, he's a pretty good player. Hallman, a 6'3" senior. Well, actually put the camera up because we had another fan walk by. And that's Thorson for three, and that's good. Boy, not a lot of defense the last 5 minutes or so for both squads. Burley draws the foul. I'm not sure who's going to be on. It could be on either of those guys. He was like a pinball, bouncing off two walls there. Foul is called on Hallman. That's his first, team fourth. Free throw rattles out, and Kleba is re-entering the contest in favor of Fiesel. I think this is Kleba's first appearance this season. Excuse me, at home. Pressure defense being used by the Bulldogs. Leon, attempted block there, but Leon got it up and in. 39-24 our score. I'll update that. to Jeremiah Sack. He floats. It's off. Big rebound by Wallen. And the other way is Leon. And Leon puts it up. It's off. Rebound Jeremiah Sack. Sack out to Miller. Miller for two. Way off the mark. And there's a foul, but I'm not sure who it's going to be on. Blue 43, and that's a 1-and-1 for it was on Claybaugh. It's going to be a 1-and-1 for Hallman. Free throws up and in. Mr. Hallman has a cheering section not that far from us. And Wallen gets a good ovation from the Alden Conger fans who traveled here. There's a lot of them to the right of me. Second free throw rattles in as well. Cuts the deficit to 13. At one point it was 20. Maybe even more than 20. 35-15, so they're on an 11-4 run at the least. It's back to Miller, down low to Claybaugh, and he can't handle it. Going to the Knights of Alden Conger. Kick ball, it's going to stay with the Knights. The Knights inbound. Get it into steal. Thorson fakes to Leon. Gets it to Leon. Out. Steal for three. It's off. Big board by Hallman. Hallman the hook. It's off. Miller the good hustler. We're heading the other way. Full speed under a minute to go. Errant pass stolen away by the Knights. Hallman heading the other way now. Big jump stop, and he's fouled on the way up. Big board and a big put in there by Steele. And the Knights are on a big run here. Under a minute will hide the clock. Janicki in no rush. Floats it to Burley. Back to Janicki. Two, 3, 14 seconds. 2-3 zone is being used by the Knights. So Sack, it's off. That ain't going in. And that, okay, at halftime, the Bulldogs 39, the Knights 28. And at one point it was 35-15. Well, that's changed. We're going to go into halftime. We'll see you in about 10 minutes. And we are back from halftime. Boy, I got a pretzel at halftime, and let me tell you something, folks. It is good. The concessions here are amazing, and I do not exaggerate one bit. You know, it's almost to the point, come for the concession, stay for the game. It's that, they're that good. And whoops. We are Set here. Should be coming on there. There we go. Floater shot is up and in by Sack. And that's the start they wanted. There was a scoring change at halftime. They granted the Alden Conger Knights one more point. I'm not sure the reasoning behind it, but it was quite the stir in the lobby area. So 41-31, 10-point lead for the Bulldogs. Sack to Janicki. Janicki floats it up. I'm not sure who's that off on. It's going to stay with the Bulldogs. And that's a three-pointer by Janicki. And that's Hallman. Boy, I'm impressed by Hallman. Sack to Janicki. Eustace, I think that's going to be a travel. It is. Eustace went for a spin move, got caught up there, and Wallen was all ready for it. Cross dribble by Thorson. Still dribbling around. And I think was that. It's gonna stay with the Knights. Refs claiming it was tipped. And Thorson puts it up, it's off. Punched out, and it's gonna be a foul by the Knights. Sack to inbound. Eustace behind the back pass to Sack. Sack, it's off. Jeremiah said you could hear the slap up here, and he's going to go to the line for two. Free throw is up and in. And the second is as well. Back up to a 13-point lead. 16-13 to go. And Leon all the way. Hey there. Got a three-pointer. It's in for Sack. And no, I'm doing the announcing on the computer. Had a young boy up here at the booth who was. Oh yeah, those are good pictures. Yeah, that is good with the iPad. Yeah, had a young boy up here and. He was questioning what I was doing. And now he ran all the way clear away to the other end of the gym. So that's what I'm doing. I'm doing the announcing for NFHS Valley Conference Showcase. Excuse me. Hallman loses the handle and tried to spike it off of Eustace. But, and that one is going to go back to the Knights of Alden Conger. Leon to Thorson. I'd like to say hello to John and Annette Layfield that are watching. I don't even know if they are. I don't know if they even know if they knew about this one tonight. It was kind of scheduled late. Janicki lays it up and in for 2, and it's up to a 16-point contest. So the Bulldogs buckling down defensively. A foul, though, by the Bulldogs there. Sack thought about it, over to Janicki. Janicki back to Jeremiah Sack. Back to Janicki. There it is. Down to Brandon Sack. Now back to Janicki. This is Eustace. Eustace power dribble out to Sack. Janicki for 3. It's in from the top of the key. 54-35 Bulldogs. 14:31 to go in the second, not first half, second half. Come on now, Mr. Emery. Let's get that down. And Leon with the ball. And I think that foul's going to be before the shot, I believe. Oh, the ref says 2. He will be shooting 2 free throws. I thought it was before the shot, but the ref does not agree. And Hallman puts it in. Cuts the deficit to 18. Jeremiah Sack to Janicki, back to Sack. Over to Brandon Sack. Oh, almost tipped away. King, the long pass, Janicki. Eustace, boy, and then Brandon Sack for 3. After all that, Brandon Sack knocks it down for 3. And it's back up to a 21-point lead, which I believe is close to the largest. I know they had 20, but I don't know if they ever had more than 20. So we'll for all intents and purposes, we'll say it's the largest lead of the game for the Bulldogs, 57-36. Ryan Hansen back in there. It's off. Hallman the board. Hallman's off, but he draws the foul. Some fans not agreeing with the call. Second free throw by Hallman on its way. Off the back iron. Fiesel over to Jeremiah Sack. Hansen providing the defense. Janicki for 3. Boy, Hansen out there. He looks much younger than all these players. You wonder what he's thinking out there. Alden Conger a couple years ago had a 7th grader on their girls squad. Once again, it's out to oh my, how did that fall? It looked very unorthodox, I guess is the right word for it, but it fell, and that's Hansen with the ball, the freshman. Eustace, a threat to the steal. Stolen away down the court to Janicki. Lays it up and in. Subs coming in for the Bulldogs. Hallman to inbound. Thorson for three. It's off. Dalton Bradley has entered for the first time for the Alden Conger Knights. Bradley, a 5'10" sophomore. Quast for two. Rattles out, and that's going to be a foul on Claybaugh. A wild-looking swat, and I think it hit an Alden Conger guy right in the head. So that's an obvious foul. And there are no issues on the number. My schedule says 42, but he's wearing 43. No issue at the booth, so it must be just a typo on my schedule or program. Nice pass, and that's going to be a foul. And Steele will head to the line for two. That's Claybaugh's third foul. Free throw is good. Second one is off the front iron. Miller, oh, that's Burley, and it's off. Quast the board. Back out to Burley. Burley for three. He's off. Rebound Bradley. And Thorson will take it the other way for the Knights. Bradley the drive, the shot. It's off. Fiesel the board. To Burley. Quast for two, it's in. Wallen the pass to Holman. For two, it's off. It's going to be a foul on Steele, I believe. Timeout, Knights, and we'll go to our local sponsors. All right, and we are back. Just want to remind you, this is the Valley Conference Showcase. We're going to play Loyola at Loyola on the 4th. Cleveland at, excuse me. It says Lake Crystal Welcome Memorial at Cleveland for some reason, so I'm not sure about that. And then our next home game is the 9th of February against Triton. So Miller down to Burley. Fiesel pump fakes. Float pass back to Fiesel, back to Miller, to Burley, passing around to Quast. Knights heading the other way. That's Bradley. Dribbling around. Steele over to Thorson. Back to Bradley. That's Holman. To Steele. To Bradley. That's the guy they're looking for, Wallen. That's off. Wallen's shot is off, and let's see, is it going to go? Ben Dixon re-enters the contest in favor of Thorson. Multiple subs for the Bulldogs coming in. Gets it into Wallen. Over to Ben Dixon, top of the key. Janicki providing the defense. Bradley out to Steele. In the corner, looking around. Gets it over to Steele. Kicks it back out, three-pointer. It's off the rim, off the top, and that will go out of bounds. Possession to go to the Bulldogs of Janesville, Waldorf, Pemberton. 9:35 to go in this second half. Boy, I've had a lot of people curious of what I'm doing here. Just had an Alden Conger boy at the booth. Kind of just stared at me for about a minute or so, wondering what was going on. People, they don't want to know. Is this a radio station? What's the story? No, it's NFHS. We suggest all of you get a subscription. That's a kickball. That was a very obvious, looked like something out of the World Cup. It looked almost blatant, to be honest with you. It looked like haul back and give it the old soccer boot. Janicki, inside drive, loses the handle momentarily, out to Brandon Sack, over to Jeremiah Sack. He'll set it up, back to Brandon Sack. 2-3 zone being used by the Alden Conger Knights. Oh, and it's stolen away by Bradley. And it's going to be a foul on the way up. And he's going to the line for two. And I'm sorry, 63-38. I actually gave the wrong points to the wrong team here. I'll apologize. We'll fix that. Free throw is up. And he hits both from the line. Does Bradley. Over to Brandon Sack. To his cousin Jeremiah. Jeremiah crossover, loses the handle. To King. King tried to get it down to Janicki, but it tipped away by Leon. Eustace for two. 25-point contest, 65-40 right now. Largest deficit of the game for the Knights of Alden Conger. Alden Conger, remember, came in tonight 4-14. The Bulldogs 3-15. So record-wise, Alden Conger has a better record. But after tonight, it looks like that will be changing with 7:56 to go. Forces it to Wallen. It's out. Bradley will shoot it. It's off. Big rebound by Wallen, and he'll put it up for two. Little hard off the glass. Oh, a behind the head save by Janicki. Heading the other way. It's Jeremiah Sack. Nice pass to Brandon for two. It's off. And once again, another big rebound by Wallen. Wallen listed at 6'4", but he's all muscle. He's not a beanpole down there. He's a... Oh, that's going to be a foul. N1. Count the basket. And Leon will head to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play. And Wallen re-enters the contest in favor of Steele for the Knights. Whoops, I'm sorry, the clock's still running. It should be 7:25. We'll fix that. There we go. It's off. And that's again another foul. Free throws up. Rattles out. A lot of people talking about the potential. Maybe no school day tomorrow. Everyone keeps asking me. I don't know. I don't know anything. I don't make those rulings here. I've heard Wasika's closed and Owatonna's closed, but it's really irrelevant. Right now, we're in a basketball game, you know. So, yeah, I don't know. I have no update for you. Check KEYC tomorrow morning and check the ticker. .7:03 to go. I missed a marking there. And King will take a seat, and let's see who came in for him. It looks like it was Fiesel's back in the contest. 66-42 our score. Bulldogs with the lead right now. Jeremiah Sack over to Brandon Sack. No, and Fiesel can't handle it. It's going to go to the Knights of Alden Conger. A lot of Knights fans here tonight. In the Hansen. Young Ryan Hansen, the 5'6" freshman. Oh, and yeah, he traveled. And there, hey, this freshman's getting a baptism under fire right now. He really is. He's taking his lumps. The more experienced players are exploiting his weaknesses right now. But hey, he's only a freshman. You know he'll learn from this. And in a few years, he'll be dishing out a few lumps of his own to the inexperienced players of tomorrow. And there's a good hustle play by Anderson. That's going to go to the Knights. So good play there by Hansen. And gets it in to Leon. Leon pretty tall himself. 6'4" junior. To Ryan Hansen. Nice pass by Hansen. Ben Dixon over to Hansen. Hansen out to Leon. Leon to Wallen. Let's see, that's down low to Wallen. And he puts it in for two. That's the guy they were looking for the whole time. Wallen, the 6'4" senior. Just by looking at him, you can tell he's a football player. And that's an obvious reach by Ben Dixon. That's the gentleman's last name, Caleb Ben Dixon. Bendikson. So it's not Ben Dixon, it's Ben Dixon. That's his last name. So over to Janicki. 22-point contest with 5:41 to go. Fiesel, bounce pass stolen away. The Knights heading the other way. Leon will go on his own. And it's put in. Some people thought maybe a travel. Not the case. Janicki. And a timeout will be called by Coach Ted Hammond. And we'll leave it here this timeout. Oh, I haven't heard this song in a while. But want to remind you, our next home contest, February 9th against Triton of Dodge Center. It's a 7:30 tip time, followed by Parent Night and Senior Night. Normally Senior Night's the last home game of the year. Not the case this year. Parent Night and Senior Night, February 12th against Blooming Prairie. The Awesome Blossoms coming into town. And then February 16th, Maple River. Of course, Maple River made that big run toward the state title last year, coming up a little short. But they'll be coming in for the final home contest, scheduled home contest. I doubt the Bulldogs are going to get a home game in sectionals. But so I would plan on the 16th of February being our final home game. And we are out of the timeout. Sack to Eustace. Eustace with a drive back to Brandon Sack. Oh, and he stumbles. And Janicki recovers for him out to Jeremiah Sack. To Brandon. Down to Eustace. Eustace loses the handle, stolen away by Holman. And Wallen, big power dribble and puts it up for two. Wallen's a good ball player. You know, he uses his size well. He knows he's the strongest guy on the court, and he's not afraid to use that strength. King will be entering soon for the Bulldogs. And, oh, I don't know where Janik was. He got the rebound, but the Knights are heading the other way with under 4 minutes to go in this second half. To Hansen. Hope Hansen gets a bucket. Big jump stop. And Wallen a little hard, gets his own board, fouled. And he'll head to the line for two. Will the 6'4" senior, Jacob Wallen, number 51. Some of you saw Tom Gannon on the Wheedler. Of course, he's out for the rest of the season with a leg injury. I'm sure he's hoping to be better by football season this upcoming fall. I think he might be a baseball player too, I'm not sure. So I don't know what the prognosis is for that. Of course, Tom Gannon was our 1,000-yard running back this past season. He had a great year. Maybe a little unexpected, I don't know. But he had a great season, and he should be very proud of him. He's a very good athlete. And a lot of times the word hustle gets used for people who maybe aren't the most athletic. No, Gannon hustles, and he's a great athlete. Never heard of a 1,000-yard running back not being a good athlete. And nice deep, it's blocked by Wallen. Brad heading the other way. Eustace with a steal. Janicki calling the shots. Approaching 3 minutes to go in the second half. Janicki drives, kicks it out to King. Eustace fakes, jump stop. Could be a foul. And Eustace is at the line for two. First free throw is off. Makes the second as well. Or makes the second, excuse me. 67-50 our score. Under 3 minutes to go. Bradley the ball. Oh, attempted steal there by Janicki. Thorson got it. Okay, that's Leon. Leon puts it up. Oh, big putback there by Wallen. A nice fake by Sack. 69-52 Bulldogs. A little over 2 to go. That's going to be a reach in there by Sack. And number 35, Josh Maharis. It's spelled the same way as the legendary coach from Utah and St. Louis. So Josh Maharis, the 5'10" junior, has entered the contest for the first time. Wallen puts it up. Okay, Janicki, inside drive. Beautiful drive and a beautiful finish. 71. So I missed the free throw there. 71-54 our score. We're under 2 minutes. Bulldog fans getting into it. Maharis out to Thorson. Leon thinking about it. Out to Maharis. And number 31, Alex Cummings, the 6'1" sophomore, has also entered. Oh, telegraph pass stolen away by the Bulldogs, but then in turn thrown away by the Bulldogs. And number 54, Isaac Schramm, has entered the contest to a good ovation from the Bulldog fans. So both teams clearing out their benches here, and Dalton Bradley has also re-entered. So every player has appeared for the Knights. Every player has appeared for the Bulldogs. And actually, here's a guy that isn't even listed, 43, Luke Morrison. He's not listed on the varsity roster, but I'm assuming that it's the same number 43 on the B squad. Luke Morrison, the 5'11" freshman. And we're at a minute. We're at a minute 24 to go. Both teams giving the subs some time here. The players of tomorrow. And that's a nice play. And that's number 11, Logan Saylor. He's also not listed on the varsity roster. Logan Saylor, the 5'10" sophomore. And they're going to try to get Schramm a point. I know that. I don't think he's ever scored. Schramm's got it. He fakes. He pulls up. Oh, no, it's off. Janicki, they're going to give it to him again. Oh, and he goes stolen away. And nice put in there by Bradley. And a substitution timeout. Another guy not listed on the roster, number 53, Trevor Kuth, the 6'2" sophomore, has entered in favor of Bradley. So now I don't see anybody else on the end of the roster. I know they're going to try to give Schramm a bucket here. And he gets it. They feed it to him. He fakes, pulls back. Oh, and it's off. That would have brought the fans to their feet. And Cummings throws it up. And oh, that's Maharis. Maharis for three. Maharis drains it. And Schramm. Oh, no, it's off again. 10 seconds to go. Stolen away. 4, 3, 2. And it's over. 71-61 our final. I'd like to thank you for joining us again for another NFHS broadcast. This was Jay Semry. I'm wishing, hey, if you're out tomorrow, safe travels. It could be a snowy one. We'll see you next time.